All right, a quick look at XCN here. So XCN still looks good. We're holding up on the uptrend here, higher highs, higher lows. She is curling up here. So we go from the low here to that high. You can see we're bouncing right on the point 0.5 at 0017 here, currently at 0019. And we're knocking on the doorstep here of the 382 at 0021. So as long as we hold the uptrend here and we don't fall any lower than we are now, which would, if we had to move this line here, would potentially break the uptrend here. So we're not going to move that. That is the reason we're holding up where we're holding up, and the candles are getting small there. That kind of tells me that the price is about to move here. Now, the stock RSI, as we can see here, let me pull this up just a little bit here. You can see is curled down at the moment. So we'll see what happens here. We could end up drawing, let's just go ahead and do it. Let's draw a fib going from the low here to the high to see if we're sitting on any sort of support area. And yeah, we're sitting right on that low to the high, right on the 618 here, in that general area here. So you could say that as long as you're, let me get this one off, let me roll this over just a little bit. As long as we're at or above the 002 area here, which we could tighten this up just a speck here to get it perfect. And you can see we're potentially sitting right on that level at 0019. So any lower than that there, then you're going to end up breaking the uptrend, and then we can see the price. If you're below that, it's going to break the uptrend here and come down to the 786 at 0016. So that could be in play here with the momentum being down at the moment, and potentially you're going to drop 19%. So huge price to watch here, in my opinion, for XCN. It needs to hold the uptrend here, or it's going to fall down even further, which at that point you can see the overall chart. We are making higher highs and higher lows still. The chart is still curled up here, but any lower than that, then you're going to break this wick low here and break that market structure, and then we got a bigger problem for XCN here to go down even further. So just a caution there, just watch that price. I've made updates in the past to where, I'll say the uptrend here is holding, we look good, we're on support, and then the price will break down, and then everybody will get on here and start crying. So I don't want that to happen again. Let's take that off the chart. Just keep in mind we are on the uptrend, and potentially we're going to get a bounce here. That's all I can really say. We're above 50 still, so maybe we bounce off of 50 on the stock RSI and we move right back up. But like I've said many, many times in the past, nobody has a crystal ball. Nobody knows what's going to happen here. You could use all the fancy indicators you want, and nothing's going to tell you what's going to happen with the price here. The biggest thing I think, in my opinion, you can do is look at the trends and look at the support and resistance levels, which we're doing here on the channel. So clearly XCN from last October is in a bull run here. It is in a uptrend. So until that breaks, until we go to the next bear market, we tend to favor the upward moves here. So if we dip down a little, so be it. Take that as a buying opportunity to add to your XCN position here before it does go to the moon at some point this cycle, which it definitely will here. So the fact that XCN is still below the 236 here is telling me, that's the time to buy. As long as you're below that, and as long as you're not above the 382, that is the point to where you're officially turning bullish here. So below the 236, this is the buying phase of XCN, in my opinion, even if it drops down a little bit here. So getting off that little rant there, it looks good right now. We'll see what happens. We look at the weekly stock RSI. You can see it's coming down to the bottom, about to reset. So this very well could get a nice bounce off of that level and off of that support there. So just keep an eye on that price there. But in my opinion, it looks good here. And of course, if you get that bounce and we hold that uptrend, you have to get over 2.6 here. That is a 37% move, and then we'll have another shot rather at that 382 once again, and that would be a 200% move to get up to that 0060 level, which once we finally get over the 382, it's bullish, and we'll continue moving higher. Now, one other thing to say before this gets too long is if it's going to keep up the market structure here, that next stop up should be the 382 here. As you can see, that would keep up the higher highs. So if it's going to go along and continue this market structure, that's where you need to go, and you need to hold where you are now. And that's probably going to end up playing out like that. So just keep that in mind. Now, as for how high this thing is going to go, you can see that if it does in fact break the previous high from May of 2022 here on the weekly Gate IO chart at about 19, then you're looking from today off of that uptrend and that support area. If we continue to grind higher, and this does play out, at some point when the market's all said and done, this thing's going to come up here to the 1272 at about 87 to 88 cents. And you're looking at a 45x on XCN. So I think that is being conservative on XCN. I think it's going to make a new high this time. So what are your thoughts? Comment down below. None of this is financial advice. Thanks for watching. Good luck. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.